Hello everybody, here a new video from Rene from Spain. And in this video I want to show a little bit of everything. There's different things I've been listening to. Maybe I'll pick some stuff out of my collection to show, But just in this video I'm in the mood for that, just to talk a little bit, and show stuff that I've been playing. Then I'm going to start with that. The thing I've been doing, I've been listening to Amon Amarth, especially at the beginning now, because I'm gonna make a ranking video, an Amon Amarth ranking video. I've been listening to the first albums by Amon Amarth, and of course I have to listen to them all, everything I have, and I'm listening to each of the albums. I have some more in the car. I'm listening to them like 3 or 4 times, and I'm writing down my favorite songs, and then later I will make a ranking video, where I will show and talk about each of these albums. But that will be done in the future. I also have been listening to Skullfist, these albums, and also I think the second album or the third, I don't know anymore. I have it on vinyl actually. I don't know if I can pick it out quickly to show. Yes, Heads of the Pack. It's quite rare on vinyl. A guy I know, he told me it's a rare one. I never checked it up, but I bought this during their show they did in Spain, when they toured for this album. And I saw them, and I bought that, at that gig. Maybe like 10 years ago or something like that. Also, I listened to this album by Stormwitch. It's the 4th full-length album by Stormwitch. A little more melodic than the first 2, especially. The third already got some more melodic touches too, more keyboard. But this one is more melodic than the third. And here we have a lot of great songs. Actually, Call of the Wicked was the first song I ever hear by Stormwitch. That song was on a compilation, a Metal Attack compilation on tape. I think there were 4 tapes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And of course, you had Gravestone on it. You had Veto. Who more? High Tension was on it too. Tox, they were on it too. And of course, Stormwitch. And they're one of my favorite German heavy metal bands ever. They will be in my top 10. That's for sure. Of German heavy metal bands. I also listen quite a lot to Alice Cooper lately, because this album and Killers that is in my car, they have been re-released on double CD. And the second CD has a live album, live recording. And with some other songs, some demo tracks too. And I listened to this one and the other one that I have in my car. And here, of course, you have the famous song School's Out is on here. Also Street Fight. Street Fight is like a street fight. You can hear like a fight. Looney Tune is also a nice track. I also made this. My daughter was drawing something and I thought I want to draw something too. French speed metal bands. I listened to Jane Simmons' solo album. It's only a couple of very bad songs, but there are some okay ones too. Like Weapons of Mass Destruction is okay. 1,000 Dreams I like. A Carnival of Souls, that song. It's really a cool song. That was not on the album Carnival of Souls, but it's really, really good, I think, in my opinion. But then you have Beautiful, that's a stupid song. There's a couple of very bad songs on here. Firestarter, there's a single. It has its moments, but not very good either, to be honest. I listened to this Vinodium. Yes, this is a Spanish band. I saw them live. Last week I saw them live in my hometown, and then I made a video, where you could hear one of the songs, the Involution. It's thrash metal, It's really well done. It's it's really good with Spanish lyrics. You know, I also like Realidad Cohibida. You can check that song too. If you like Angelus Apatrida or Injector, you know, Spanish band too, thrash metal, even Havoc, that's a US band, Testament and stuff like that. This is really a good album. I also listened to this one by Alice Cooper. This is like came out like 2 albums before the last one, and good album, strong album in my opinion. Great songs are on here. You know, there's sometimes like this 80s touch that I really feel is missing sometimes on the new albums. You know, on the later albums, and also some of those albums like from the early 2000s. You know, they were garage hard rock type of albums with no 80s sounds in it at all. And this has a few songs with an 80s touch. Another one of my favorite German heavy metal bands, together with Accept, maybe like Sacred Steel, Trance, Gravestone, Stormwitch, and Attack. This is just a great album. I think it was the second full-length album when they really found their own sound, because the debut album, you know, they had a different sound, but on this album they really found their sound. Return of the Evil from 1985, a killer release. Warriors in Pain, No Mercy, Dirty Mary is quite cool, the lyrics, funny lyrics. Indian Lady is also super. It's just a great album. And all of my favorites are renamed the band Accept, but UDO. And this album is great, solid. It's a great album. I really like this era UDO, you know, with Holy, Man and Machine, and Solid. Those were great albums. I also listened to the third McAuley album from 92, very underrated, as good as the first 2 in my opinion. A lot of great melodic hard rock on here. A lot of great songs are on here. You know, Eve, the first song is really good. This Night Is Gonna Last Forever is a great song. We Believe in Love. So many great songs are on here. Great album with McAuley Schenker band group. Okay, I'm gonna drink something. I got here a Rattler. See? I just realized there's no alcohol in here at all. I always thought there was a little bit of alcohol in here, because it's beer with lemon. But I can see it's 0.0. I didn't realize that. Later I'm gonna have real beer, but downstairs. Now I'm in my hobby room. It's Saturday night. I was in the mood to make a video. Okay. There's not much. Oh yes, the thing I want to do now is pick up some records from here. So I'm going to do that. Going here. I don't know what's here. I don't know. Just pick out, for example, this one here. SGM. Yes, SGM. The album is Aggression. This is quite a cool record, and the vocalist really sounds original. Yes, he sounds like asthma, like he has asthma, like you know. It's very, very cool. I bought this like actually when it was released in '89. I think it's from 88 or '89. It came out on the GWR label that also had Motorhead in the '80s and Girls' School. And this is a cool record, really. You know, I think it's the only thing they released, I think. I never really investigate more. And this is SGM with Aggression. Okay. Let's get one more. Let's go here. You can see my hands going. Let's go for this one. Oh, this is a UK band. I straight away see it. Mournblade with Live Fast, Die Young. And this, I don't know if they were really part of the new wave of British heavy metal, Mournblade, but they came out like in the mid 80s. This is from 88. It was more like kind of a, yeah, heavy hard rock. I don't remember this album very well, so I'm gonna play this soon. This is like an embossed record, like you can feel it. It's like embossed a little bit. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna take it out of my collection and play it. Maybe tomorrow or at work. I think at work I will do it. What's this one? Oh yeah, okay, let's show this one then. Another album that I don't remember very well, and this is on the Asera International label. It's an EP, 6-song EP. You know, by the look of it, it looked like a hard and heavy. I also bought this in the early 90s. I think on the record fair I bought this. But this could be from the late 80s, mid 80s, I guess. I'm gonna also check this out again. This is on the Ironworks label. A lot of cool stuff came out on this label. Like the first Intruder came on it. And then also Jack Panther was on it. Okay. Let's go here. Behind this Dallas. Here we have the 5th season of Dallas. That's a different story. Here. Oh, Lex Diamond. Lex Diamond with Land of the Gun. It was kind of the comeback of Lex Diamond. They released a few records in the 70s. Sorry, they were like the Deep Purple from the USA. You know, that's the way they call them. That's a little bit that sound too. But this is definitely a more updated, hard and heavy sound for the 80s. And they released a few more albums during the 80s that I also own. I'll put it back later, I think, but I don't think I can find it now to put it back. No, I can do it like. Maybe I will play it also in the shop. Yeah, I'll take it to the shop. Okay, the last one I'm going to pick out now. Let's do it from here. Okay, I don't want to look. Oh, he went to the. I don't know how he looked. Okay. Martial Law, and this were part of the new wave of British heavy metal, but the new wave of British heavy metal for many stopped like in 82, 83, and this band went on. They released stuff later on, but sometimes they still call them new wave of British heavy metal, but it was not really part of that movement anymore. But they played really cool heavy metal with some power metal influences too. You know, these guys were definitely influenced by Metal Church too. And I also have their demo on tape from the 80s. But this came out, if I'm not mistaken, in 1989 on Heavy Metal Records. You know, that was a great label, Heavy Metal Records. They also had Rothschild UK, one of my favorite bands from the UK, on that label. You know, and a lot of other cool bands were on Heavy Metal Records. And this is just a great album. I really love this album. And I'm going to play this also. Yeah, I'm also going to play this at work during the week. Okay, this is everything I want to show. Yeah, not much more I want to talk about either. I hope everybody's doing fine. I also listen, yeah. Okay, I listened to more Alice Cooper. I listened to this one. You know, it's from The Last Temptation. It was the single. It's Me. And I listened again to this Tarantula debut album that I bought in Portugal, in Porto. And this band is from Porto. It is from 1987. Check out Battle of the Victory. Or Cry for the Spider. Okay? That's it. Okay, stay metal, everybody.